do we create homes where children feel safe enough to ask difficult questions? Very important. Joining us this morning is Queen Esther Abiola. She is a sexuality and family life educator, author, and advocate with experience in morality education, child sexual abuse prevention, and family life advocacy. Queen Esther, you're welcome.
Thank you for having me here.
How are you?
I'm fine.
So we begin this morning, family life in the contemporary age. What has changed? Because earlier I said our children are now telling us that you cannot raise us the way that thinking, come in at this moment.
Well, so many things changed. Number one, the family dynamics. Before the father is the Almighty, used to be the Almighty, the mother is like subservient. Then we have community where, particularly from Yoruba land, they will say only 2 eyes give birth, but 200 eyes will raise them. But now we don't have such community bonding or engineering and family structures. Most mothers are also working, chasing careers, building businesses, building up outside the home. And the father is also busy. Then we have technology. Then we have a lot of mindset shifts. Now you cannot just treat children anyhow. They will tell you they have rights. They will tell you mental health. And this generation with mental health, they are 5 and 6. Any small thing, they feel abused or threatened or harassed. So many things have changed in the family. And so if we want to actually raise successful children, we need to also have mindset shifts. You cannot use 2000 technology or method, parenting techniques in this age. It may not really give us the result that we want. We may end up raising rebellious children, or we may be disconnected in the family, like we are living in different generations. So we need to, as parents and as family, we need to have this shift in our mindset, that we need to approach this generation in their own mindset, meet them halfway, not expecting that you have to come to the way we used to do it. So we need to navigate all these changes with intentionality.
So these changes you've talked about, you've also called it meeting them halfway. So far, how is it doing? Is it working for both the parents and the children?
Well, we all have to make it work. That it involves intentionality. You have to decide, what do you want for your children? What kind of children do you want to raise? So you have to set, now you cannot run family on autopilot. You have to be goal-oriented. You have to know what you want and work for it. What kind of children do you want to raise? I want to raise children who are balanced, who understand boundary, discipline, who understand that freedom comes with consequences. So we have to be intentional about that. And as I said some time ago, I said I don't just want to be a strong woman for my children. I want to be a present, available, intentional mother for them, parent for them. Then where we build a tribe. I'm not just a mother, I'm also a coach to them. I'm also like their G, their personal person, their gist partner. They may be far away, but we have tried to curate this kind of tribe in the family where we know that I got you, you got me. I got your back, you got my back. We have each other. So we have to be intentional. So every parent now needs to sit down and ask, what do I want to do? What kind of kids do I want to raise? What kind of family do I want to raise in this age? So many information everywhere. They have mentors that they have not seen, they have not met. They have groups. They are playing shares with people from across continents. They are connecting everywhere. So we need to also be abreast of the technology. What is happening? What I'm saying, what are we doing? Who are you relating with? It is our thing. It's not their thing now. If they are into, maybe my kids love shares, so they have tournament online. I'm also in that tournament. I don't play shares. Don't get with them. Yes, we are also in it. Who is winning? Which level are you now? Grandmaster level, master level. We know where we are. Do we get it? So we need to just be involved.
You need to be intentional.
Intentional.
Like Abiola
always says.
always says.
Yes, intentional. Intentional is not an abstract word. It comes with action. It comes with goal, with purpose. You have to set goals. You have to set purpose. I want kids who will be able to stand up for themselves, be able to speak their mind, who also understand respect in our culture.
All right. I really like that you have highlighted how important it is for families to have their values and, of course, define what kind of family you want to have and the children you want to raise. But let's take it back a bit to how it used to be and then comparing it now to the way we have family systems today. What are some of those values that have eroded? What are some of those values that have been forgotten that you think that it should be brought back into the family system?
Number one is discipline. You know that our own parents, their discipline now is considered abuse now. Though while we may not use force or violence, we should learn to be firm and assertive. In this house, you don't throw tantrums. You don't bang doors. If you are angry, you express your anger with comportment. While I don't use belt again,
So you used to use it?
We used to use belt. You know, I raise boys. So
didn't work at any time?
Well, I thought it was working.
Oh, okay.
But recently, I had the one with the last one, and I said, what really helped us? Was it this hash time? He said, well, the hash time, it helped because of the kind of person we are, because we don't want to frustrate you.
Okay.
So,
Children.
do you get it? And that is just who they are. He said, because we don't want to frustrate you. So we allowed your harshness to work, but we could have frustrated you. So that made me to realize that it's not my harshness that really worked. It was because they said, okay, we don't want to frustrate this person. Let's just cooperate with her. We should not frustrate her. And do you get that? So we should just know, be firm and be friendly. Now that we are not even using belts, we are not using no shouting again, we are using gentle parenting.
I was going to ask that.
Yes.
There's a new one I hear these days. They call it gentle parenting.
Yes.
And I see some mothers, online getting frustrated with this gentle parenting.
Well, let me tell you my own experience. I used to shout. I could shout for Africa.
Yeah, I'm still shouting.
Yes, I used to shout.
shout.
But do you know what? As a Christian, I started praying about it. And one day God told me, they are not deaf. You don't have to shout. They will hear. You don't have to shout. So I started praying and asking God to modulate my voice. I want to shout. Then I will be consciously bringing down the voice like, okay, now I know you are not deaf. I know you can hear me. I know you can hear me. So over time, I was able to calm down. Then I was started having better results than when I was shouting. Because when I was shouting, they were looking at me like, what's wrong with this one? Did you get it? Now that we are talking that conversation, I'm having better results because they're able to express themselves. That doesn't mean that I have left my African lioness totally.
It's an African lioness.
Yes, I still wear it with gentleness, firm and friendly, assertive. In this house, you don't shout. In this house, you don't bang doors. You don't say negative things. Do you get it? So we still have to begin to, I want to raise boys because I'm raising boys who can control themselves, who have self-control. And I came back and it was nagging me and I was trying to be a nice girl. The second day I said, if you try it next time, you sleep in the balcony. If you are frustrated, you manage your frustration. I'm also coming from work. I have hangovers, so I'm not bringing it to you. So don't bring it to me. So we should so we have to be firm, but at the same time friendly. So we have to set boundaries. We should teach them discipline, and that whatever they do, there's consequences. When my son clocked 18, I told him, "Now you're an adult. If you do anything, you will go to jail." That is the fact. So they should know that though they have freedom, it comes with consequences.
You mentioned, sorry, Adibimpe, you mentioned earlier that the Yoruba culture, they say there's 2 eyes that give birth to a child, but it takes 200 eyes to, bring them up. And so now that we are in a social space where it's mind your business, you can't talk to my child, If you can't,
we are doing gentle
parenting. Even you hear stories of parents or students who are spanked by their teachers, and you see the parents going to fight and beat the teacher. And so how has this also affected our value system of the family space?
It has greatly. When we are growing up, if you do anything, everybody can correct you, they can rebuke you, they will report it to your mother. Before your mother will come, they will have even dealt with you. But now there's no such thing. So it's giving the children too much liberty to do what they like, knowing that nobody cares. That is not, it's not helpful in any way. It's not helpful in any way. So we should just be mindful of that. And while, if we are opportune to be in any environment, maybe community, church, religious gathering, we should try to bring this thing back. We may not, what I'm training my children is the same way I'm also extending to other children around me. Firm but friendly. In my complex where my office is, all the children, they are my children. Even their mother, all of them are my children. So when I say children now, like they see me as big mommy, so to say. So this same firm and friendly approach is what I extend to all of them.
So you'll be able to let us know that discipline and being firm is a way to go, and still you can discipline a child, and the child will still feel safe, you know, to come back to you and also realize whatever wrong you have disciplined them for. So let's move to conversations that, you know, we don't like to have, or we shy away from having with our children. Let's address something many Nigerians feel uncomfortable with discussing, which is sexuality. Why is it important for parents to talk to their children about sex?
Oh, it is so important. You see, a child that is not enlightened about their sexuality, they are like a house without wall, without doors. Anything can happen. So right from age 2, we have age-appropriate talk when it comes to sexuality, to understand their body parts, understand the use of their body parts, understand boundary, understand safe touch, understand unsafe touch, and we practice it. I raise boys only, but yet in the house they cannot wear boxer around the house. They cannot walk bare-chested around the house. For that they are boys only. And you understand, they don't bathe together. They don't. In my house, nakedness is sacred. You protect it, unless there's something wrong that we need to go and see a doctor for. If nothing is wrong, then we don't need to see anything. We keep it. So we should train children to grow up like that. And as they come to ask questions, we should answer their question as simply, as honestly as we can. You know, my son, they ask me, you know, this question, how do baby get into mother's womb? Do you get it? Simple biology. You see those two balls under your penis, they contain millions of tiny babies. Also inside the womb, a girl, there's also two balls like that too, containing millions of tiny babies. So when you get married, you're born, one of your babies will come and meet one of our babies. They will become a baby inside them. Simple biology at their age. Now, as in SS classes now, they are teaching them reproductive something. They come to ask questions, so we elaborate. Do you get it now? So it is not strange to them to understand that, oh, okay, I'm growing, I'm having urges and all these things, because we have been discussing it. So they know the pros, they know the cons. They know what is happening. We talk about everything, masturbation. You know, as parents, we need to have not fear, not like if they touch you, you become pregnant, touch somebody, you are going to hell. It's not going to work with these children. Because before you say it, they have 5 information to give you about it. So you have to know what is correct. You meet them with facts. Masturbation, they have to go and look at, read, ask questions. That's what I'm saying. Ask doctors what are the physical effects. What can it cause? So I met them with facts, and I said, okay, you can Google it. Penile fracture, you can Google it. addiction, you can Google it. Nervous intersection, you can Google it. And as I was saying, they were Googling, and they were saying that it was, what I'm saying is true. So it's a fact that we have to talk about. I tell them the truth and remove the myths. This is the truth. You'll be having stomach if you don't have sex. We asked doctor, is it true? Doctor said no.
But so a lot of parents fear having this kind of conversations with their children because they believe that it will expose them negatively to sex. How
No,
is
it's
that
not.
fear justified?
No, it's not. Rather, it will help them to make informed information. They know to be well equipped to know what is right from what is wrong. So it's something that we should not even shy away from at all.
As parents.
As parents, it's something that we should be the one training them. You know, I don't have biological daughters, but I raised daughters. God gave me bonus daughters, and you know, training them to abstain from sex with facts. Now they are getting married, training them again how to give themselves to their husband. Now I'm becoming a grandma, training them again family planning. You know, so sexuality is in stages. But they can come to me at any time to come and tell. One of my daughter just gave birth, and I think maybe 2 months after that she come and say, mommy, sometimes I said, what happened? Sometimes I said, what happened? I said, oh, you people just started me in the night and no protection, you're afraid that you become pregnant again. Started laughing. Do you get it? That they could come to me with such information and I could guide them. It's something that I'm so proud and happy about. So it's something that every mother, every father should be able to talk about.
So are there dangers for sorry Joy,
It's okay.
are there dangers for parents who refuse to have these conversations with their kids? What are the dangers involved?
Number one is that those kids are prone to have the wrong information. If you don't tell them, the internet will tell them. Google will parent them, and they're likely going to have wrong information. Know that they have peers, they connect with people everywhere. No matter how much you put parental control, there are things that they are friends. If you control your own devices in your house, will you control their friends' devices in their own house? Or the information that their friends have that they bring to school? So if you don't teach them, somebody will teach them the wrong thing.
You know, we're still talking about family life in the contemporary age, and I'd like you to also talk about how important is it, or what are the factors that could help sustain a family life right now, looking at what social media has done. You know, while you were growing up, there was no social media that way that was influencing how teenagers and young adults behave. Now we're in that area of social media. Drug abuse, addiction is on the rise. And so what are some of the tips that you could share with both parents and of course children, to ensure that the family is sustained?
Well, number one is communication. We should keep the communication line open. And with that they are coming to, we should be informed. If they ask a question that we don't know, we can just say, just give me some time. We can quickly ask. Thank God for AI. Thank God for communities online. We can quickly ask questions that we don't have answers to. But we should keep the communication line open. We should be there, and we should meet them with respect. When they come to us, we should not judge them. Don't forget that they are already struggling enough with so many things. They are struggling with feeling of guilt of something that they have done. They are already struggling with pressure. They are struggling with peer validation. They are struggling with a lot of things. So when they come to us with their struggles, we should not castigate them. We should know that we also had our story when we were growing up. Because most parents now, we do as if we never had crushes when we were growing up. Like they never toasted us. I would never toast anybody. I don't know. If when we were growing up, as old as I am, so some people will still say, how are you? They'll still come to my DM and say, Queen, how are you doing? So if they are still toasting me, so what makes me feel like if they toast my daughter, she's also, I'm saying, of course we still have crushes, so people that we know how, wow, in our hearts we are already melting when we're growing up. So they also may have that stroke. So when they come to us, we should be able to help them from our wealth of experience. We should not castigate them. We should not make them feel like it is bad. When they come with their feelings, they come with their questions, so many questions. We should be able to answer as truthfully as we can, and also be able to guide them. When they come with their fears, like my son called one day and said, he was in one media department in a school, and he said, I don't think I can be here. He said, if you see their designs, I don't think I belong to this group. I said, they started somewhere. I saw that fear, like, I need to pull back. Oh, these people are too much for me. I said, no. Better. I said, you too. They started somewhere. You also can start somewhere. You can say, why you do that? You are this. No, we shouldn't. That's what I'm saying. You should be there to guide them. Parenting now is more like coaching and mentorship. It's not like about rules and regulations and just this is what I want you to do. No. So communication lines should be opened. We should offer mentorship.
I'm talking
okay, sorry. Many parents are dealing with trauma because they've not healed from their own childhood trauma, and somehow that has also affected the way they are parenting their children. So how important is it for parents to identify if they are really traumatized, deal with it, and not pass on that trauma to their children?
Well, this initiative is very, very deep. Many people are parenting from their pain points. And you can't parent from pain points without inflicting pain on the child. So you have to ask yourself, why am I doing this? Why do I react like this? As I said, I don't have biological daughters. I have bonus daughters.
Is that why you're more relaxed?
No. One of my daughters, I am too harsh on her. Too harsh, because I am seeing a version of me that I didn't like. A version of me that suffered, that was too soft. So what I was seeing was like I was seeing my younger self trying to replay my life. So I was like, I'm being too tough on her and she's not understanding. So I started asking myself, you can't parent this girl from your pain points. So I started dealing with that so that I won't, because it's like I'm breaking her. She's not seeing why I'm being unnecessarily hard on her, but because she's reminding me of who I was that I didn't like. Do you get it? So parents need to sit back and ask, why am I like this? You have to begin to deal with your own trauma. That is why when we say therapy, it's not a luxury. It's not an imported term. It's something we need. People need to go for therapy now so that they can heal themselves. They won't be able to bleed on their children. So every parent should at least go for therapy once.
Okay, I want to take it from what you do, your area of specialization, which is mentorship. You do that a lot. As an advocate of morality and abstinence, how do you mentor children or the young people who believe that, oh, but everybody is doing it?
Well, the simple analogy is that if everybody is doing it, if you have 5 friends, and on Monday one of them run mad, Tuesday second one, Wednesday another one, by Friday you are the 5th one, what will you be doing?
you want to join them?
Do you want to run mad with them? You will not be saying, Mommy, please, my friend, I'm running mad. it is getting to me, I don't want to run mad. Do you get it now? The fact that everybody is doing it doesn't make it right. That you have to join them. That is one. Number 2, everybody will bear consequences. Unfortunately, some people will do something, they will get away with it. Some people will pay